Kayfabe and methamphetamine are one and the same. They both ruin lives. The fabe is part of the fabric of the business that still lives on in 2017, even though most will tell you, by God, it's gotta be dead. If it didn't exist, we wouldn't be able to enjoy the episodic wrestling like we still do to this day. However, in an intro that was supposed to link Breaking Kayfabe to Breaking Bad, I've made a mess. Anyway, I'm King Ross from WhatCulture.com, and we've already looked at 10 infamous moments when wrestlers broke kayfabe, so I'm here with the difficult second album ingeniously titled 10 More Times Wrestlers Broke Kayfabe. Number 10, Baron Corbin consoles a child. This is the most recent example of a WWE superstar taking kayfabe and smashing it right in the face. And while it took place when the cameras weren't rolling, it still happened in front of an arena full of fans, so it counts okay. After losing a SmackDown Live dark match to Shinsuke Nakamura, Baron Corbin was spotted comforting a child at ringside in his arms. An unprecedented character development for a dickhead that doesn't give a shit about anybody else but himself. He even hates his own mother. Alright, that's a lie, I'm sorry. Many in the arena and around the world on social media thought the big bad balding daddy made the youngster cry during his encounter with Shinsuke Nax, but it turns out that Big Baz was merely saying hello to family, a fact he was keen to point out when some nerdy website reported the incident. I guess that tweet just about pulled it back for the naughty wolf man, but if he really wanted to keep kayfabe alive, surely he could have allowed his family backstage. Number 9, Roman and Braun go on holiday. At the height of their blood feud, Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, who have both tried to literally murder each other, were part of the Raw roster that embarked on a European tour. While on these tours, WWE superstars are treated to a number of sightseeing opportunities that allow photographers to document just how fun it is to work for the company outside of the bullying, and find out via Twitter that your show has been cancelled. Ha 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 lol, WWE is so fun. While in Rome, man, the Raw roster soaked in a coliseum with no fans and no cameras filming footage in sight. Unfortunately, Poop Doggy Dog himself, Titus O'Neil, had been let off his leash and was loose with a camera phone in hand. He uploaded this snap with men who have both tried to literally murder each other, remember, stood civilly a few feet apart. Blood feud, holiday snaps, they go together like pineapple and bastard pizza. Twitter literally melted down to the ground, forcing O'Neil to delete his tweet as we all lost faith in Titus worldwide due to him favouring the likes and the retweets over one of the bigger rivalries in WWE today. Number 8, KO cracks up Roman. And we all thought the K in KO stood for Kevin. Krusty Owens made Roman Reigns lose his shit in the middle of the ring during a house show in Brooklyn at the end of 2016. Owens and a couple of Brooklyn brawlers exchanged words. The fans called Krusty fat. Krusty told the fans how he made more money that week alone than they would have all year. Roman, who should have probably been used to KO's bants in the ring considering they worked with each other for a massive chunk of 2016, didn't do a very good job at hiding his shits and giggles. Yet you still think he's a prick, don't you? Number 7, Hunter recovers in triple quick time. December 13, 2015, Roman Reigns loses a WWE World Heavyweight Championship match to Sheamus, beats the bejesus out of the League of Nations, and in the process of trying to stop him, Triple H is literally killed in the face by the big dog in a big steel chair. Roman even powerbombed and elbow dropped his boss through the announce table for crying out loud. 3 days later, Triple H appears on NXT TakeOver London without a mark on him. In the kayfabe, bow wow wow yippee yo yippee suffering succotash had just seen off one half of the authority. He'd beaten up Triple H, forcing the game to take time off due to his injuries. This would prove to be the case for the next 5 weeks as Hunter and his huge honker went missing before that triumphant return at the 2016 Royal Rumble. However, that one televised appearance 3 days after he sustained the supposed injuries tainted that period, as we weren't left wondering when he'd be back after recovering from his injuries. Instead, we were wondering why he couldn't be asked to come into work anymore after proving in London he was completely fine. Number 6, Kiss of a Dead Man. I've been kissed by a dad on the grave is what Michelle McCool was saying moments after her husband, The Undertaker, appeared to retire at WrestleMania 33. The dead man went on last. He lost and Jim Ross called the action. All the pieces appear to add up. Crucially, he also left his gear in a neat little pile in the middle of the ring, which to me signified Mark Calloway leaving his fabled persona behind him. After that, why the hell shouldn't he smash the kayfabe and the mystique he miraculously kept up while playing the dead man for 24 years? I know there was a 3-year break for the biker gimmick before you all take to the comment section. Into touch and kiss his wife while the cameras were rolling. But The Undertaker shouldn't have a wife. He's a dead man. Mark Calloway, though. Fair enough. Now, however, Taker's situation is a lot less cut and dry, with that faint lingering smell of a return refusing to leave the air like one of your grandpa's wet ones. If he does come back, this moment of kayfabe shattering compassion to his significant other will prove to be the biggest chink in the armor of one of the best and most well-kept characters in WWE history. Number 5. This is me saying this, not my character. In a choppy sea of promos that are mapped out to the very last punctuation point, the New Day are afforded to get away with more than most. They're consistently one of the most entertaining acts on the card. It works. Don't stop top at WWE. During the New Day's first anniversary in-ring country music jamboree, and I hope to I got that title right, Kofi Kingston broke the fourth wall by revealing he personally, along with his New Day persona, isn't too enamored with country music. Here's what he said. Let's be serious though, because country music sucks. It really sucks. It sucks, okay? Honestly, this is me saying this, not my character. Country music sucks. Well, I'm shook. What do you mean character, Kofi? All wrestlers are real people. It's still real to... You get the picture. Number 4. I didn't write that. Damn, New Day back at it again with the kayfabe killing in jokes. Seriously, WWE, keep letting them do what they do. Big E's the best member of the New Day, and it's not solely because of damn hips. His constant in-jokes and things he shouldn't be allowed to get away with, but he does because he's thick AF, presumably, are always a little highlight of any show he's on. New Day were ready to take on the Shining Stars earlier in 2017 on Raw, and Big E said, we have to take the shine off the Shining Stars. I didn't write that because New Day rocks, etc, etc, etc. Beating WWE's fabled creative teams with a massive stick is a favoured pastime of us internet smarks, but I bet they weren't too happy when shots were raining in from those in front of the camera too. But at the end of the day, they deserve a life of pain because the New Day sell merch, and they don't. They just write rubbish. Number 3, Charles Robinson makes the list. And the moral of this story is don't ignore Chris Jericho or he'll shoot on your ass. That's not the same as Jules pounding your ass. Either way, get your filthy mind out of the gutter, you filthy, filthy person. Y2 Jizzle, stop it now, was doing the graps with Neville on Raw when the man the gravity forgot made a right old mess of a baseball slide, shattering his ankle into 1,000 pieces. Quick-thinking Chris Bon Jovi told Mini Nate that he'd roll up the Geordie Nev for a 3 count to allow him to go backstage for much-needed treatment. However, Robinson stalled on the 3 count, practically forcing Nev to kick out and the match to continue. Quick-thinking Chris Bon Jovi was at it again, however, pushing the Rev in the chest while berating him, forcing the DQ. Match over, but the fun was just beginning. He's hurt. He's hurt. He told you he broke his fucking ankle. I told you he broke his fucking ankle. Motherfucker, I didn't hear you. It was clear to see these two brothers had worked themselves up into a shoot, something they both confirmed on a later episode of Talk is Jericho. Number 2, reassurance from the Viper. When Roman Reigns spears you while you're flying through the air, you're fucked. Shane McMahon found this out to his detriment during last year's Survivor Series elimination match. Simba's face went right into the big dog's meaty shoulder, and with both men laid out on the mat, instead of starting a 10 count, the referee eliminated Shane, who was clearly knocked out and presumably dreaming of eating cheese and God with heaven with dollar spinning around his head. Immediately after, Mac was taken to the back as stealthy Randy Orton was pictured talking to Max McMahon, presumably giving the lad an update on his dad. Why did Orton do this? Well, he's a father himself and parental instinct took over. A classy thing for Orton to do for sure, but in the kayfabe, all his attention should have been on winning the match for Team SmackDown. Real life trumps goings on in the ring sometimes, however, and rightfully so. And number 1, the proposal. You were knocked out and ready for surgery, blah, blah. I'd ask you anything I wanted and you give me an honest answer, blah, blah. What did you say, John? Blah, blah. One day I'll marry you, pet, blah, 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 blah. I have been waiting so long to ask you this. Stephanie Nicole Garcia Calais, will you marry me? John Cena and Nikki Bella's relationship played a huge part in the scripted shenanigans of Total Bellas. However, this is just about as real life as it gets in the kayfabe-infested WWE ring. It wasn't part of a storyline. They were all forgotten and replaced with their actual lives. Boo! You can't be happy! Get over it, man, will you? At the end of the day, he used her shoot name for crying out loud. If that's not breaking kayfabe, I don't know what is.